Welcome to another amazing day at fmtraining.tv. My name is Margaret. I'll be your broadcast engineer for today. We're here to talk about the fantastic and wonderful FileMaker platform. I'm here with Nick Hunter, who we basically took a tweak break from Nick doing JavaScript for 2 weeks, but now we're back to all the Nick wonderful series and mini series, which is awesome. So good to have him back. Real quick, let's talk about our live stream training schedule. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're doing another Nick mini series, revamping public portals with WebDirect and FileMaker, which will be fun. Friday will be the Monkey Bread plugin 13.1 release. I think we're now over 7,000 plus functions, which is cool. Monday will be FileMaker Wiki with Richard, actually, and then Tuesday will be building document management with OCR automation and FileMaker. So that'll be really cool. Real quick, after like these two series, Nick wants to begin doing things like basically reviewing files. You send in a file easy with a password that like you share the password with us, and then Nick can access. You kind of tell him what you're trying to do, and then he can look over and improve upon it and basically have a public discussion on it live for our series. So you basically get public feedback, and you also get the file back when Nick is done with it. We have one person who has sent stuff to us. Nick and I would like to see the series continue. So if you have a file that you would like Nick to review, please feel free to send it in to us. It would be awesome. We'd love to have them. I know people, last time I said people are like, oh, well, you seem to be immediately full. No, it's not immediately full. I promise you. We're not here to make fun of you. We're not here, like, yeah, if you're like, maybe they'll, oh, my file's embarrassing and Nick is going to mock me for it. No, we're not going to do that. We're here to help everyone improve and become better FileMaker developers. So this is a really direct way to do that, and people will learn, and you'll learn, and you'll get an improved file back. So feel free to send those in. We would greatly appreciate that. We're back to our regular live stream schedule, but if you're like, man, I really liked that JavaScript stuff, maybe I actually want to get the paid training, that is happening for this week. You buy it and you also get the recordings. And you can buy it afterwards and get the recordings later if you want. But if you'd like to do it live and have live feedback with Leland, this is happening. Feel free to buy it here. If you would like to do that with the React Native JavaScript stuff, I highly recommend it. Otherwise, I'm going to say that we're good. Looking over there. Nick, what are we doing
Yes.
today?
Hello. So I have a camera because
Yes, you do.
yeah, no, because the boss said, okay, I'm sending you some Colombian bad guys to,
He said boss style things, yes.
yeah, boss type thing. Yeah. So I didn't have so no, yeah, I needed to buy one anyway. So okay, I bought one, and it's a good one, right? So today we're going to talk about WebDirect a little bit, because people are afraid of WebDirect. They don't know what WebDirect is. They don't understand WebDirect. They understand FileMaker, but they're lost with WebDirect. And I'm going to explain all of this, and I'm going to answer a lot of questions that you have with WebDirect. And I'm going to make you friend with WebDirect. Okay. So I'm going to show you something real. So there's no file at the end of this demo, okay? This is, you're going to learn techniques, you're going to learn how to do things, you're going to learn, but you have to build on your own because this is a real solution. There's a huge solution that I'm building, with the customer, right? And the customer, to tell you something that we passed the $40,000 threshold in that solution. Okay, we passed it that this week. So that means, and the customer is more than happy to invest that kind of money because that's a real value here, right? And so, and if I'm talking about money, it's because you have to make sure you have to understand that what you're going to see, okay, cost a fortune if you want to do this on the other side of the force, right? If you want to do that with HTML or whatever, because you don't have the comfort, the flexibility, and the huge advantage to get a front end and a back end the same. I mean, when you do something on the web, it's instantly in your FileMaker solution, right? So let me share the screen right quick. We have a customer here that is doing property tax optimization, okay? So you go to this website. That's his website. This is a true website, a real, a normal website, right? And then you click Get Started. And when you get started, this is FileMaker, okay? This is WebDirect, right? So you went from a website. So this is WebDirect. You can see FMI, okay. So this is WebDirect. So, and when you get inside, you find the property. So you get there, you type your address, you find the property, okay? So because he has a file, he has a FileMaker solution with pretty much all the property in Texas, okay? Pretty much, okay? I mean, all the property is dealing with, right? So, and so we have here, so this front end, right? So this page, this front end, and this FileMaker page, right, is linked to this. So this is, so if I look for this, for example, if I go there and I say, okay, I want Harris County, and I'm saying, okay, 310, Hillside, right? Glen, and I say Glen, and I send find property, it will find those, right? Right? So it will find this one. This is mine, right? And you will find this one as well, but this is not. It's located in another address, in another city, right? So you select your property. You see you selected, and then you can add the property to your account. So, but that I cannot show that because there's many things private there. So, and then so you have those free attached to Nick Hunter. You have free properties here with all the evaluation, all the tax rate, and all the activity and the all the things that we have here. The regular thing. Oh yeah, I'm zooming. Each time I'm doing Zoom, everything's so slow. So and then when you get in, before the client get himself, right? So he did a good job, by the way, by himself, he had a file before, he had this file. So this is file of 2021, right? This is a new one. So we have a new file. This one was from the, because I wanted to show you the before after, right? So that is my stuff, right? So here, no, this is not me. Yeah, it is me, Nick Hunter. Okay, so this was his file before, right? And this is a new one. They're the same, they're the same. So we use the same, what's the name? Schema. But so I took the file with the same schema, right? And we updated it. So we modernize it, right? So that is possible. You can get this out of this without rebuilding the file completely, right? So that's possible. So while he's doing this, let's see what the customer was seeing, right? What the customer was seeing before, right? They were seeing this. They were saying this here. Okay, so that's the schema of the file. But when I do zoom, I don't know why it's so freaking slow. Okay, so so you see that the schema I had before, right? And that's the schema of the new one, right? So we added new things. So that's the new thing we added. We had a document management, right? We had many things here, and that we have his schema. Remember, that's the same. That his schema I had before. I put that on the side, and I'm modernizing everything as advanced in the file. But everything you see in this parcel, right? This is it. This is this. So yes, we can do that. We can modernize completely a UI and everything the way it was built before. We can modernize everything without rebuilding the file. So it's a good thing to say, okay? But this is what the people were saying before. And you were going to say, okay, Nick, what's wrong with this? And I will answer pretty much everything, right? What the heck is this? How a customer, somebody coming from outside of FileMaker world can understand what's going on here. Okay, it's impossible, right? What the heck is this? What the heck is this? It's super complicated. It's not, it's not easy to understand. People doesn't know what to do. You can click here, and it's very cumbersome, very complicated, and the customer had a very hard time trying to figure out how to hide and show things, because you have a lot of hiding and showing condition stuff, right? And this is a portal. That's why it doesn't work, because this is a portal. So, but this is a FileMaker thing. It's not out of the world thing. You don't have any website that behave like this. You don't have. And why this doesn't work? And why people have confusion with WebDirect? Because you cannot think WebDirect as a FileMaker solution. You need to think it as a website. You cannot think it as a FileMaker solution. Even though even this in the FileMaker solution is not good at all. We were doing this in the 90s, but we don't do that anymore. Okay, so but if it is wrong on the FileMaker world, it is even more wrong, wrong in the web world. In the web world, you need to think web. You're going to say, okay, Nick, how I can build a website with FileMaker? I say, FileMaker is the best website builder in the world, in my opinion, by far. Okay, for everything that is data treatment and stuff like this, right? So why I have this stuff remaining in the front of my head? So, so this was before, right? So we had stuff like this, tab like this. So what did we do? This. Oh, I need to get it open again. This is a new client portal. So I'll let you think about it, right? So I don't know why I have this in the middle of my, hold on. I might have paste something. Let's open it right quick here. I might have paste something here. So this is a new client portal, right? That looks like a website. It looks like a website, right? So you click here, you click here to open the profile, right? So you have this, and that's your profile. So you can update your address, so that's the address we have. You can enter the new address. This is the email we have. You can enter the new email. This is the phone number we have. You can enter the new phone number, right? Pressing save. So this is a profile info, and it looks like and behave like a website, right? We have nice fields, comfortable. Here it was very bad. What this, right? Edit contact info, we had this, right? So it wasn't that bad, but you understand, it's not web. This is web. I know what to do. Click to edit, right? And I know that. I know what this is, right? And here I can navigate through my free property. That here we have the free property like this, but it was unreadable. You had too much information, way too much information. When you do something like this, you focus on one. And here you have evaluation, billing, and documents, right? So to do this, this is easy. It's a master detail, right? So it's a master detail. So to build this, right? How we build this without to rebuild everything and without to change things. I didn't change anything, and I'm going to show you. So this layout here, right? This layout here, how it works. So you see here, I have a portal, right? And I'm showing their property. But this is exactly the same portal we had in the 2021, that the same portal we have here, contact info, web contact info. Okay. That the same portal we have here, so I'm going there. The same portal. This portal here, I copy it and paste it with the same filter, with everything, and I paste it here. That's the same. So I didn't change anything, right? What did we do here? We reshuffle a little bit things, right? So we have the contact name full, right? Here, this field here, we have the payout line, and we have the balance, the dues, and stuff like that. So everything we have here, but reorganized and displayed as website, right? So I can give you some indication here, right? First, we have a profile name, information about yourself here. So this bar here, it's all about you, right? It's all about you. It's all about what you need to pay. It's all about the information, So, and we separate in two sides. The billing info, what you need to pay, when, and pay. And here is your info, right? Your name, when the invoice has been sent to you. So this is all about you, and this is all about what you need to pay. And the whole thing is about it's about the owner. It's about the person. Everything below, it's about the property. And we don't mix both. Otherwise, you give very bad information to the people. Here, it wasn't very clear what to do. The profile was there. It has nothing to do there, right? And we don't know what to do. For example, here in the document, you needed to repeat the address on resource, on billing. You have to repeat the address. So look this complexity. Look how this looks complicated, right? And how to read this. How to read this it was very complicated, because you always lose the visual connection between where you are and what you see. Doing this, you go away from where you are. So always we need to repeat where you are, repeat where you are always, right? With this technique of the master detail, I never lose sight from where I am. Here, right? Here, here, we never lose sight, never. We know where we are, okay? We know where we are. This is the one I'm selecting, right? And this is the valuation information. So I tell you, which one is the most readable? I'm asking you, where you feel more comfortable, this or this, right? And here I had the opportunity to make the totals outstanding, the market value reduction, a price value reduction. So you see, we have icons to emphasize what it is, right? We have everything in final 21, 22, initial 22, final 22. So it's everything is, and I'm using this alternate color to make sure that you understand what's going on here. On the billing as well. So on the billing, I have nothing here, but I'm going to show you on the layout mode. So you have all the tools, the most important tool here are there. And then you have the documents, right? And in the document that we will see that tomorrow and in 2 days, right? So, and here you have all the information. So to change this, where is it? To build this, it wasn't that complicated, right? It is the same information. It is the same information reshuffled. So I took away all those information. So this here is our slide control, right? It's a slide control with information inside, So each control, each slide, it's control with this, okay? It's control with this. So you have it's a master detail with a slide button bar, typical control that I'm always displaying, always showing to everybody, right? So this is let me put back. So here we have our kind of a dot. Okay. So of course, this gives me the opportunity to, because I have more real estate, I'm not in the portal anymore. So I have all this real estate, okay, to display information. In the other one, I have no space. This is what I have, right? So, and this, so it's completely different. So how you build this is a master detail. So I copied this portal. I remove everything from the portal, right? And then I created a relationship dedicated to show this. So I have a web parcel selected, right? So when you click here, I am putting in this table, I'm filling a global field, right? This is the global field with whatever parcel number I'm getting from that record. And then, thanks to this, I have now a relationship where I can rely to display this information that comes from the same main table as this one, but with a different occurrence, right? When I click here, I set a global, must be J selected parcel, okay? Here, I click here, I change. So this relationship, right, is getting me the relationship between that record here and those records here, right? This record here. And then I have the billing info from this parcel, and I have the document info from this parcel, right? So this is how it works. It's a master detail. And we build the same type of master detail in for FileMaker. Let's say it's a design technique well known, right? And we use that. But do we agree that when you see this, right? When you see this coming, when let's say you don't know FileMaker, right? And you see this, you're not lost. You're not. You understand what's going on, right? So if you have questions.
Yes, we do. When entering the website, didn't ask for credentials.
No. So that is something we're going to build. Okay. When you have a face poll entry like this, you can do that. You can let the people enter, right? Select the property, right? And enter their name or their name, phone number, whatever we ask them, and then we connect the property with that guy, right? But um, the the next step, so that is when you want to ask people, like, fill a form. Okay, you fill a form, you enter, you say, okay, select your property, boom, you select your property, enter your name, last name, blah 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 blah, blah information, boom, done. But you cannot, you know to get there, the client was sending a link, right, to the customer, and in the link you have everything to enter. So let me show you the link. Okay, so that's a good. So if okay, let's hold this a little. Let's hold off this a little. If you have another question, I will answer the other question, and then I will come back on this.
I don't think I see any other questions,
Okay.
so.
Okay.
Wait, never mind. I
No
lied.
problem. Okay.
How does it center the
Oh,
page? Doesn't anchor the objects?
yeah. So I have no anchors. You put no anchors, and everything will be centered. So because that's the best way that's the best strategy for websites, you know. Oh, I lost it again because I have a timeout here, so I need to. So you see, with a link, just with a link, boom, you're right there. Okay. So what's the name? So yeah, that's centered. So it looks natural, right? So if I close this, right? So it looks natural, even if I have a large screen. So I don't try to be smart and increase the weight, the width of objects. I don't do that. Doesn't matter, So because it's sometimes it has a value to do that, but in that case, there's no need for that to increase, right? Because people, especially on Windows, the Windows management is the window management of Windows is so poor that everybody is full screen. They are full screen like this. So if you have this new screen we have now, the 35-inch, curved, wide, right? It looks awful if you have very large object, right? So yeah, the best strategy is to keep it centered. Other question?
Mhm. Nope, think you're good.
No. Okay. So how to get there without credential, right? You send a link to a customer, right? So this is the link. Okay, we have a link here. We have a HTTPS. Okay, so you send that to the customer in the email, right? And when you get this is a link you get. So that's the name of the solution, right? And that's what is this, right? So let's decipher this a little. This is the name of the server. This is the name of the file with, and we need this to enter. We need this name of the server, this to get on the server on the FMI/WebD. Right? That's the name of the file. And what the home URL, right? So we have many things here. The home URL is where you want to land when you have a timeout, right? Or when you close the window, right? So we don't want to see the page. So we don't want to see this pretty much. We don't want to land there, right? Because if you don't add this question mark home URL, let me put that bigger. If we don't add this question mark home URL equal and where you want to go, if you don't do this, right, it will never come back. For example, let's say I'm going to change the home URL and I'm going to say I want to land to, Apple, right? So I'm going there, but if I'm closing the window, or if I have a timeout, so we let him go to timeout, right? The timeout here is like what, 5 minutes, something like this, or 2 minutes, I don't remember. When we have a timeout, changing this, it will go to apple.com, right? That's what he's going to do. So let's it do, right? So we don't want that. If you don't add this in the URL, you're going to land to the Claris WebDirect page. So you start from there, but if you don't add this, you land there. When you close the window, the FileMaker window in the WebDirect, or if you have the timeout. So that's very important, right? So when this will time out, so I don't touch it because otherwise you reset the timeout. When this will time out, right, you go back. And then what we do in the URL, we add this ampersand, and we say the script that I want to execute when you enter the URL, the server will read the URL, will say, okay, I need to go back to rainbow.com, rainbowco.com. I need to execute this. Okay, I need to execute this. What's the name? Scripts using this variable, right? The web router UUID equal this, and this is a UUID number. So this UUID number is the contact info. This UUID here is this. I have another contact ID. I don't remember where it is, but it is there. No, it's not this one. It's another one, or maybe this one. No. It's an ID. I don't remember which one. But anyway, it's the ID to get inside, to gather the record number I need, right? You understand? So in the contact, it's in the contact table. It should be the contact. It should be the contact ID. It should be this one. It's the ID. I have a UUID code because we changed that, right? We built this, right? Before it wasn't like this. It was very bad. It was looking for the name. It was putting the name of the guy, right? So we have on the contact here, we have a yeah, this one is this one, right? So this is the UUID number, right? So or UUID. So this is a contact ID, I'm looking for, but I'm putting what is important to know, right, is that this is what we put in the URL, right? So if I go back to my text here, so we said, go back there, execute the script this, And this is the parameter of the script. So if I look for this web router script, okay, this is a router. This is the script. So the script relogin automatically in one type, in one account that gets to, we hide this, we hide this, we hide this. We go to that, layout, the layout I want to show. We set this with the router ID, that we have. So we set this with what we get from what's the name? From the script parameter, okay? And then we perform the find on this, and then we do plenty of stuff, blah, 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 right? So this script is executed by the URL. It is not executed by the trigger. No. Bad, wrong, totally wrong. The script needs to be executed by the URL, right? So, and you can, in that way, you can send different links to different people doing different things. So of course, every customer will receive a different URL with a different ID, right? This will be different for each customers. So you don't really need, because there's nothing private there, and, more likely, it is impossible to figure out the code of somebody else, right? With this type of UI of ID, right? It's pretty much impossible, right? Oh, we have the web router ID. So this is the ID I'm generating in the contact. This is the ID number that I have for each contact, because I prefer to rely on the ID number. Why? Because look, try to remember that, or try to change a number and go to another customer. Because if you do this, if you use that, the good technique that I'm giving you there, right? A technique to get access to private information without to have a login strategy, password login. This is hard to use. It's hard to build. And proof of it, the customer didn't build it, right? He didn't build it. He's waiting on me to build a login, account password strategy, which is not simple. Why? Because the guy wants everybody to get in the website, right? A new customer. He doesn't want customer to call you and you create the account for him. No. He wants you to create everything online. So what you need to build? You need to build a sign up. That means, okay, I have an account, so log in, account name, password, and sign up. Okay. Sign in. Then you have a sign up. That means I don't have an account, so I need to say I'm Nick Hunter. Blah, 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 blah. This is my email. And choose password. You need to think. You need to control if the password is correct. You have the test on the password. You need to make sure the password is strong enough. And then you have, I forgot my password. So you need to build this as well. But the password are inside FileMaker, so you need to build this inside FileMaker. It's not that easy. You understand that when I will have this done for that customer, I'm going to come here in front of you and show you the password, login, sign up, forgot password strategy. Let me build it for that customer, and then I'm going to show you, right? But this is the best way to do if you don't, again, first thing, never, ever, never, ever have nothing to do with the trigger at the on first window. If you do this, ciao. It's a mess. It's a big mess. Here, the URL is going to do everything for you. Do this script, execute this script, and in the parameter, put the ID, which is 50 characters, the ID of the contact you sent an email. So the guy will click always there, and he can and the customer can have a bookmark like I have. I have a bookmark, and I get in my page, right? So let's see if he went back to apple.com here. No, he didn't. I don't know why. Oh, because I opened yeah, it's my fault. So, but anyway, do we have any question here? I think we do.
We do. This of the URL calling a script and passing a param is somewhere in the web.
This? No, this is not in the web.
Yes. He was saying that you found what he was talking about.
I don't understand. Is in the web. This is like, I don't know, you go a website and you copy an address, and this is not FileMaker stuff. This is the entire world of the web doing this stuff. You can go Google. If you go Google, you have the same thing, right? If you go google.com, right, and you say FileMaker, you will have the same thing. I don't know. I don't know if we go to the news. I don't image. I don't know. I don't know which website we can use to do something like maybe ours. Learning FileMaker or something like this. Yeah, okay, yeah. Maybe ours doing this. See? Training series, and we go there and question mark language equal en underscore US. Right? So we send parameters exactly like we do here. They're the same. Question mark, okay, home URL this and script equal this, and this is the parameter, right? This is the parameter. I want to create doing this, so that this is the trick. Doing this, you create a variable, right? You create a variable, and you say this variable equal this. It's exactly like doing this. Let this. If I execute this, if I monitor this, it will create a web router ID. Look. It will create a variable. Oh, yeah, but I cannot do a local variable. For the demo, this needs to be a global variable. But that's the same, you can do that all, within the scripts, So here now I have a web router ID is there. If I change this, and I say Nick, it changed it. Nick. So you can, within a calculation, you can, on the lets, you can, with the lets on FileMaker, you can create a variable without a script saying set variable. Using the URL, you can do the same. And that is something that nobody knows. That you can, in the URL, declare that, we call that in our development, we call that a declaration. I declare that I want that variable to be equal to this. And then the scripts will understand this, because otherwise, it's so that's what I want. I need the variable, right? So I could have said get script parameter. I could have said to get the script parameter, but it's not that comfortable. Then for that case, and I don't remember why I needed that, but it's I don't remember. But it is good to know that we can declare a local or even a global variable. If I put $2 here, I'm declaring a global variable that the variable will be available in the file that I'm opening here, right? So that means this will execute the scripts, right? The web router scripts, and it will create the variable within the parameters. Questions?
Didn't use get parameter?
No, I don't need. That's just what I just explained. Maybe I'm relying on the global variable I just created, right? I rely on this. I'm saying here, this global variable equal this. So now I have this local variable. So I have this local variable available within that script at all time, right? And I don't need get script parameter if I do that. Okay. I don't remember why I don't want to do that. That's a reason if I did that, but it's a good opportunity for me to show you this, that, so you can even build your own, URL, right? So when I send a URL to a customer, I'm building it with FileMaker. So let's say I can show you, for example, I want to build a URL, right? To go to a customer, right? So I want to build a new one. So how we build this? Okay, so it's a good thing. So let's copy this, right? So you go there. Let's build the URL. I want to build the URL using this parcel ID, for example, okay? So I like, normally, let's do it clean, okay? Let's do it clean. Because normally I don't do this, right? I'm doing this way. Okay. Build URL. Okay. First, you say set variable. And that is URL. And what it is this. Okay? This is the URL I want to go. So far, so good. Now, I want the file name. But the best way to do this is to say this, get file name. Why? You don't want to hard code this, because if tomorrow I want to change the file name, my script is broken because the link I'm going to build won't work. I change the name of the file. It can happen. Sometime, we name the file with version 1, version 2, version 3, right? So you don't want, so the file, so that the file name need to be like this, right? Then what do I build? The home URL, okay? And the home URL, right, is this. This is a home URL. Right? Then, what do I want? Ah, the script name. Okay. So, script name, I want this. Right? That's my script name. Right? Then, oh, if I don't rename the thing, script name. So now, what do I want? I want the script parameters. Right? So that is, and web router, blah, blah, blah. And this, and this. Right? So, you know, this is server URL. So far, so good. So now what do I want? I want to set variable, right? URL, and what it is? It is this. Okay, look this technique. I love it. I want to create a list of all of this, right? One list of all of this. But I don't want to open, close, open, copy, paste, open, copy, paste, open, copy, close, paste. Open, copy, close, paste. Open, I don't want that. Okay, look. I want this and this and this and this. So you put this, I have a Zoom and Slack, the video. Let me stop my webcam because that slowed me down a little bit too much. And so I want this and I want this. So you copy those. So you copy paste before. So now I open this. I have this. So I want a list of this, of this, of this, of this, server URL, file name, home URL, script name, and I forget one. And it's the same. Yeah, I'm going to rename it. It's script parameter. So that's why I was confused. But I don't want a list on this, right? So why present that as a list? Because we can do another way. Let's do another way. We can do this if you want to be simple. You replace this with n%, 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 n%. Yeah, no, I will remove it. N%. So this will do a chain of this and this and this and this and this, right? So now I have the URL and I can say open URL. So let's show a dialog with the URL, okay? So let's debug this script. So what I'm doing here, I'm doing this, doing this, this, and then I have this. So I have everything separated. File name, It doesn't matter if I have the FMP12. Huh? This is optional. It will open it without the FMP12 as well. Home URL, script name, server URL, and the complete URL that I'm going to show you this now in the dialog. So HTTPS cloud FMI/RC and web router. I might do the opposite here. It's okay. You understand what I mean, right? I reverse. So why we do this is because if you want, okay, so let me change the order. So now you understand why, because we can fix this very easily. I might have her do. I've done. I'm good here, but I don't know why. Because I did two times the script name. I didn't name this one, so I need to name this one. That's why. Okay. So now it will work. So if I play this, it will be okay. So why we do this that way? Okay. So always you need to do it that way because it will help you. Okay. So I have the server here, the name of the file, the home URL, the script name, and the script parameter. But the script names here, it's hard-coded. But I could have a script name per client. I say, oh, for that client is that script. Or for that client is this script. Or for that type of client, or for that county, for example. For that county, it's this script. For another county, it's another script. So you can go to the county table and say, okay, for that, for the open URL stuff, I can just make the script name a data, right? Per person, per whatever you want. So we can, and doing that way, it's easier. It's like I did here. For the parcel ID, it's not hard-coded. For each parcel, I will have a different ID, right? So this is how you build it. And now it's comfortable because you can change things. This can be, you say, okay, let's go to that website or another website, or let's, and the file name will change automatically with the, as you change the name of the file, right? This too, the home URL, you can say, I want to go to that home for that customer. So everything is customizable, right? You understand? So do we have any question for this topic?
Did I understand that the actual login part of this is not yet built?
It's not yet built, but I'm showing you the possibility to have a personalized login without password, login and password. This is the goal here. The goal here is to send a link to a customer with his UUID, which is 50 number wide, right? And you send that to your customer, and the script will land in his file, in his record, right? You understand? So I'm showing you how to have an opening page without login password, but still be personalized. I like it, I like it, but anybody with the link can open. But there's nothing personal. It's not like a bank, I don't see a bank doing this, right? You imagine no, it's here there's nothing personal. There's nothing private. There's nothing that you cannot go to the Harris County website and download the information. It's like if you know my address, you can go on Zillow and see when I bought it, how much I bought my house, when I bought it, and how much it was. It's public. You go Zillow and you have all the information we have. You can have it on the county, the appraisal district county website. Is there, and that's something I'm going to show on the next webinar in the future, how we build this. We can download information from the counties and stuff like that, how to get that and how to use the information. That will be good. But this technique is great, right? Tomorrow we're going to, so do we have any question more?
I think we're good.
Okay. Yeah, it's not built yet because it's not, okay. It's not that complicated to build. I built two, but I prefer to build one new because the two I built were too complicated because the customer want crazy things. But here I'm going to make it one very clean, right? And you will see it's not that complicated, but it will be a good demo because you will see how to use secure password, sign up, sign in, and especially change password. Like oh, I forgot my password. So you have multiple techniques for that. You send an email with a link to make sure that the guy see, when you say, oh, I forgot my password. Okay, enter your email. So you need to remember the email you used in that website. Then we send you a link. I'm sending you a link, WebDirect. The script will be different and the parameter will be different with a temporary ID that will valid only that way, that once. And then I'm showing you a layout dedicated to say, okay, new password, verify, validate, right? So we will have this email exchange, but you can do that only if you master the URL on FileMaker like this, if like look, even Claris using, Claris is using, right? Not only it's not a FileMaker stuff, it's not a WebDirect stuff, it's web stuff, it's web stuff. Okay, so if we go so tomorrow
We have one
we're
more
going.
question, actually.
Okay, yeah.
How does FM licensing apply to this? Anonymous users not allowed?
It's not anonymous. It's the same user. So we don't care about that. FileMaker will count that as a user, as a connection, whatever, right? So it's not anonymous. I'm not anonymous. It doesn't exist anonymous. You can enter as guest, right? But doesn't exist anonymous. It will count that as a user, right? But only as one user. So you can have 10 people connected with that login, and that for FileMaker, that will be one person. So the only thing on this, okay, the only thing on this, it's not anonymous, okay? It's we log in, we log in. It's on on the web router. I log in as a guest with a password. I have everything. You don't see it. I don't see the dialogue, but I do a login. Okay. I log in. I have a default login. Automatically, FileMaker, this solution logs like this. Okay. Guest 2. But to make sure, I relog in as guest 2 another time. That should make sure. Right. So, and the only thing on this, if you have 200 people logged in at the same time, you need a super strong server. That's all. But nothing happened, I'm doing nothing crazy on those layouts on WebDirect. I'm doing nothing crazy, absolutely nothing. Go to layouts, back to layout. Tomorrow we're going to see how we do this. Okay, so we had two ways. So when you're here, you go there. So see here we have this. I never started the property info request. I never started it. Here I started. Resume and complete. And when it turned green, that means I'm good. I'm done it. Okay. So here, now when it's blue, I'm done. when it's green, I need to is good to go. So you do this, right? And then you have a start progression, questions, right? Etc., etc., etc. And then you see yes, you can describe and add documents, right? So we're going to look at this, how we build this. So it was built like this before. So you had a save progress next here, right? When here, continue, and you have the save progress on the bottom, right? So say next, so next, and before, right? If you say yes here, you have this portal stuff. So tomorrow, we're going to analyze all of this. And then at the end, we're going to, next day, we're going to do the payment system. Okay?
Okay. That sounds good to me.
Yes. So see you tomorrow.
Yes, everyone tomorrow.
Got a report of an individual up here who may be a FileMaker license. Well, it's potentially expired. Look at the back of that car right there. Looks like the FileMaker license has expired. Sir, I need you to step out of the vehicle. Sir, step out of the vehicle. Sir!